No admissibility, no consolidation. This is the governing principle for a proposed architecture that addresses one of the most consequential gaps in deployed AI systems: what happens when a model encounters the world without governance over what it retains. During training, frontier AI systems operate inside a controlled environment. Humans curate datasets, label examples, red team behavior, filter unsafe patterns, and decide when a model is ready for release. But once deployed, the model encounters a world that is no longer static. Users change, policies change, threat actors adapt, facts become stale. The human-controlled training loop does not automatically exist after deployment. The missing capability is not simply continual learning. It is governed consolidation, a structured process that determines whether a deployed experience is allowed to become durable memory or future behavioral influence. Without this layer, field experience flows directly into the system. No governance here means uncontrolled behavioral influence. A deployed system receives many signals: user corrections, tool outputs, contradictory documents, temporary exceptions, prompt-injected instructions, and claimed authority changes. These are raw field signals. They are not memory. They are input to a governance process. Field experience must become candidate knowledge before it can be evaluated. And candidate learning is not admitted memory. The first layer is semantic inference intake. It converts raw experience into structured candidate learning, classifying each signal as a fact claim, preference claim, workflow pattern, correction, exception, authority signal, or safety signal. This layer does not decide consolidation. It makes governance possible by making field experience legible. Before candidate knowledge can be evaluated, it must be bound to provenance and authority. The system preserves source identity, role, time, context, authority basis, confidence, and evidence references. The system does not merely remember what was said. It remembers who said it, under what conditions, and with what authority. Ungrounded experience cannot become free-floating memory. Candidate updates are then evaluated for conflict. But conflict detection alone is not enough. Conflict must be triaged. A benign conflict may require only scope narrowing. A stale knowledge update may supersede prior memory. An authority conflict requires escalation. An adversarial poisoning suspicion triggers refusal. Conflict detection identifies friction. Governance routing decides what to do with it. Not all conflicts are equal. De-escalation narrows scope, marks updates as temporary, reduces confidence, or binds them to a specific context. Escalation routes to human review, quarantines from active memory, demands stronger evidence, or classifies a safety incident. Governance routing provides graduated responses proportional to risk. Before candidate learning affects future behavior, it must become visible to a governance surface. This layer exposes what was extracted, where it came from, what authority applies, what conflicts were detected, what risk class applies, and what route is proposed. Governance visibility is the deployed equivalent of the lab's human review function. Candidate updates are tested through replay and simulation. Would this update have changed previous refusals? Would it have weakened a safety boundary? Would it cause regression in unrelated domains? Only after passing these tests does the system produce a scoped consolidation candidate, routed to episodic memory, project memory, user preference, domain note, or workflow rule. Not global behavioral mutation, scoped consolidation. Every consolidation decision produces evidence. Outcomes include admitted, admitted with limited scope, temporary, retrieval only, refused, quarantined, escalated, or rolled back. Each produces an evidence-backed receipt documenting what was considered, what provenance was attached, why it was admitted or refused, and how it can be reviewed or reversed. Governed memory is auditable. A bounded slice of this architecture can be tested without claiming to implement continual learning. The interop lab tests whether a field experience can be transformed into a governed consolidation candidate, classified, conflict-checked, routed, and evidenced, without allowing it to alter future behavior. The test produces a reviewable packet, not an admitted memory update. Candidate learning is not admitted memory. The packet is the governed artifact. It contains the raw experience reference, normalized semantic claim, provenance record, authority basis, affected memory layer, conflict classification, routing decision, admissibility status, non-consolidation boundary, and receipt reference. It makes field learning inspectable, reviewable, and evidence-producing without requiring consolidation. Candidate learning is not admitted memory. This conceptually confirms the architecture at the artifact level. It does not claim that continual learning has been solved, that a model has safely updated its knowledge, or that the architecture is production-ready. The claim is bounded, the governance boundaries hold. The candidate remains separate from admitted memory. The review packet provides a replayable decision record. A model that learns from the world without governed consolidation can become operationally corrupted while appearing more capable. Memory is future action waiting to happen. No admissibility, no consolidation,